Now, to this story, about 500 mine workers did not resurface when their night shift ended at East Modder Gold Mine. Initial reports indicate that the workers are protesting against the employer's decision not to grant organizational rights to trade union AMCU. However, the company is willing to give these rights to another trade union, the National Union of Mine Workers, NUM. This union is alleging that the workers are being held against their will underground. Aviwe Mtila is joining us now with the latest on this story. Aviwe, what is happening there at the mine? What's the latest you can tell us?
Well, Brajan, what you see behind me are some of the day workers that were supposed to be working today. They were told at the Gold One Modder East operation here that they can't be working today because of the ongoing situation that is, of course, happening at the mine. We do understand that the night shift workers that went in at 7 p.m. are still underground at this time. There is actually a meeting that's happening now between management and the two unions, the National Union of Mine Workers as well as AMCU, that are at loggerheads over the workers here. It's all about organizational rights, Bradan, and if you are to ask either of these unions, you'll be told, for example, by NUM that the more than 500 workers that are currently underground are being held hostage there by the AMCU members. But if you are to ask the AMCU leadership, they'll tell you that those workers have voluntarily refused to resurface up until all the issues around the organizational rights are sorted out by the unions. We do know, of course, it's also the claims of who has the majority between the two unions. But what you see on the ground are some of the day workers that are actually supposed to be working now, but operations have been stopped as those discussions are happening. In fact, I want to catch up with some of them to find out maybe what's happening on the ground. Siswam, thank you for joining us at the eNCA. Maybe tell us what's happening on the ground. We know that there are more than 500 workers underground, and we are hearing different stories, whether it's them being held hostage or them refusing to come up. But can you clarify some of this?
I don't know if you can get me wrong. I just want to tell you guys that we want to be recognized by AMCU. We need AMCU. NUM is no longer working for us. They are benefiting themselves only. We as employees, they are not in our side. So we've decided that as employees, we want a new union. That's why the management doesn't want to be signing with the AMCU. So as for the workers underground, it's not a hostage. I stand here because I know that I can be fired tomorrow just for standing here for fighting my rights. So hence I'm saying that there's no hostage underground. There's no hostage at all.
So what is then happening underground?
Actually, all of us here at the mine, we want to be recognized by the majority. We went to court several times. Accordingly to law, we were even given the strike certificates. So now what's happening? They go to court and they block that strike certificate with a court interdict. By blocking it with a court interdict, what's happening now? It has expired. So now we are here. We are still waiting for them. They're still refusing to sign. So we want a new union. We're not fighting for salaries for now. We're not fighting for anything. We want to be recognized. AMCU has won to enter in Gold One, but they don't want them to enter. Why?
Okay, so the previous majority union was the NUM, but now it's AMCU. I just want the people underground and their safety. Do we know their well-being? More than 500 workers, we understand, are underground. Do we know their well-being, the state of what's happening there and how they are?
Yes. Yeah, but what I know, all of them, they are fine. Everything was fine. We've been communicating with them. Some of our members that are inside, they've been communicating with them. Even now, we even bought the food. We even made a collection. We made a demand. All of us, we were contributing. We gave them money to buy the food for them. That's why we're saying all of them are fine. And those the majority. We are the majority. Those guys, they are there. They are our members. They stand for us. They are fighting for our rights and they fight for their own rights. That's why we are here. Because now, lost all time ago. Because that's why we're saying we are the majority. We even we gave them petition for us to go and vote for them for the ballot. Well, they don't want to go for the ballot because they know they're going to lose with clean sheet.
Okay. What's going to happen then going forward, especially concerning the workers that are underground?
About that, I'm not sure. All we want is to be recognized as AMCU members. Because of AMCU members, there's majority in AMCU members. Do you understand what I'm saying? All we want is to be AMCU to be recognized, only to be given the rights, and so they can stand for us. You see.
Okay, so Pradhan, just the gist of what's happening is around these organizational rights, as we mentioned, between the two unions, NUM as well as AMCU. I've been speaking to the leadership that is currently engulfed in those engagements inside, and of course, they're speaking for either side. AMCU will tell you that they're there voluntarily. The more than 500 workers that are currently underground that went in at 7 p.m. last night. We heard from one of the employees here that they have been receiving food and they're okay currently. But if you are to ask the NUM leadership, they'll tell you that in fact they're being held hostage. So we do understand now there's currently a meeting between the management of the mine, Gold One, that's in Moda East mine here in Springs, as well as AMCU and NUM, who currently have the rights to the mine. But of course, it's the battles of which union then has the numbers, and then to be one of those that are recognized by the mining company itself in order to sit in the table and speak on behalf of the employees here.
Yeah, Aviwe, it's very odd what's happening there, because the Labour Relations Act is very clear about what's the percentage of members you should have as a trade union to get full representation. I'm sure AMCU and the NUM can produce a list of their members of the unions to resolve this quickly. Thank you very much, Aviwe Mtila there, talking to us, that apparent sit-in underground by some 500 mine workers at the East Moda Gold Mine in Ekurhuleni.